What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ky'Vazzi. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna actually talk about something that is highly talked about outside of our community, but not in our community. And I really don't like to put my opinion in everything else going on in the world. I just be letting y'all know about me. You feel me? Because my channel. So I know, I'm not even gonna lie, I know a lot of people, they gon' hate me for this video, but YouTube is where we're allowed to express ourselves, give our opinions. So with that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy this, because I have my own opinions that I want to share on transgender kids. Right? Kids. The kids. You feel me? It's different, okay? Anybody taking testosterone or any type of hormone for changes, for a transition, anything, you know, like, come on, like, a lot of this, it do be irking me a little bit. You have to understand that the mood swings that come with this, the mentality that change, all these different things that we go through, the stuff that y'all probably don't even talk about on the internet, all those different things that we go through as adults, us as adults doing this, we know how hard it is. And don't tell me it's a breeze in the park, because it's not. But us as adults seeing how hard it is, and for a kid to not even be able to completely decide for himself, completely, the brain ain't even developed all the way, like, you know what I'm saying, they're easily influenced. And yes, I know y'all gonna say, oh, well, there's people like you putting it on the internet and, you know, making it this and that and this. It's not that. I put my channel out here to where anybody that decides at a later age that they want to go through, they have not a blueprint, but they have something to go by. They have something that if they don't want to Google something and they'd rather watch a video, which the generation now is all about pretty much, then they'll be able to go watch videos and be like, okay, well, the scent on me is going to change. I don't know if I want to smell like a man. Or, you know, different facial hairs. The kid, my point is, this is irreversible. I mean, depending on how far you get, this is an irreversible type of thing. Your voice will never go back the way it was. My voice will never go back. It'll go high. Mine fluctuates now, and it drives me crazy. You know what I'm saying? But for some people that aren't comfortable with certain things, it can drive them even more crazy and more insecure. And some people commit suicide because they've now done some things that they can't reverse. That's a lot of the problems now, is people doing things that they cannot reverse. People think that, oh, you have it figured out because you feel a certain way whenever you're young. I felt a certain way when I was young, but at the same time, something within me said, don't do that just yet. Do your research. I watched videos. Laith Ashley was the first trans man I ever seen. He was a model. He does music. That boy handsome. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, cousin, that's me. And when I said it like that, I said, that's me, I'm gonna do that. I knew at 20 years old, I knew I was gonna do it. But it didn't take me until 25 to actually really understand everything that was gonna go on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's journey is different. So yes, I went through the whole process of learning my own stages of how things are going and the timing that it's going. And you know what I'm saying? I don't get certain things that other people get, and people are getting certain things that I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything's different. So yes, whenever a kid can say, hey, I feel this way, and we all have, maybe not at a young age, but a lot of y'all are at an older age saying, hey, look, now I feel this way. But you see, at a later age, you're just now being able to say, oh yeah, I feel this way, I want to go about this. But that child hasn't been able to live through certain things to be able to say, hey, look, this is not me. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of tomboys out there. They end up studs. I ended up the stud first because that's all I knew how to be the most masculine piece of anything out there. Regardless of my voice was the most insecure thing that I had.
What up, guys? I am Ky'Vazzi. I'm properly introducing myself as...
And then it was my rough hands because that didn't match. That really did match, you know what I'm saying? Rough hands and a high voice, like, hey, what are you? You feel me? But at the end of the day, like, the things that come with being transgender is not easy. The feedback from the world is not easy. And if that child is not mentally ready for that just yet, and the outside world sees a specific thing first, and people will clock your child. It's a cruel world out here, just so y'all know. The community, it's cruel. We support at a certain, you know what I'm saying, level and whatnot, but there's a side of the community that's just bashful. And I'm being for real. Now, yo, let me bring you closer. So, when you let your child transition, right? And you say, this is how they say they feel. This is how I'm gonna go with it. Yes, that is you being an open-minded parent. Yes, that's you supporting your child on whatever they feel. But at the same time, you have to actually think, okay, my child wanted to be Spider-Man 2 years ago. The child wants to explore any and everything they can be. Now, that's where playtime comes in, right? And sometimes you have to let a child explore with all different type of toys and stop telling boys they can't play with baby dolls. You feel me? That's I'm not gonna say a lot of the reason, but y'all force things onto your child to make them feel like, oh, they have to be this certain way to be able to have that. You're making these little boys feel like, oh, I can't love a little being like this. I can't pretend. I can't practice being a father. You know what I'm saying? I can't do any of these things because they take it away from me every time I try to. So, since I want to be loving and I want a child and I want this, the only way I know how to do that is to be a woman. So you have to think, it's deeper than just, oh, my child feels like they're a boy. My child feels like they're a girl. Let them live into whatever it is and make that decision for themselves. Like I said, the hormonal imbalance on this, until you just completely get right. Everything, I've listed everything on my other videos. When I tell you, like, I'm so transparent and open with y'all, it's probably TMI for y'all, I don't know. But it's my channel and I decided to share that with y'all because some parents might need some resources to reach out to see first, okay, my child is gonna have to go through those mood swings. My child is gonna have hot flashes, get hot all the time. I don't know. Maybe they have seizures or they get hot easily. Maybe that's not the best route for my child. And one thing that I do want to say is thank you to my parents, because at a young age they allowed me to just be me. I went outside with my boy cousins. My girl cousins was out there too. We from the country. We played all together. You know what I'm saying? They didn't keep me in the house and say, no, you have to do this, you have to do... No, they let me be me. My grandparents let me be me. My grandma doesn't completely understand it, but the both of them call me Kai. The both of them say he. And it took years of them understanding that. But when you're a kid, all you know is just what you like. You don't completely know who you are. You feel me? Even though we can say, oh, we were this at birth. We were, oh, I was gay at birth. I was this at birth. Well, we have to see something. We have to experience something. We have to go through something. You know what I'm saying? To be able to know, I don't like that. Or to know, oh, I like that. Oh, that's all I like. You feel me? So when a kid doesn't even have time to explore certain things in life, and you say, okay, you say that now, let me act on that right now. You just never know the outcome. You never know, that child might end up growing up to be 17 after you let them start at 10 or maybe younger. But for them to grow up and say, hey, I don't think this is who I am. There's a lot of things that are blocked. That's what they're called, T blockers. Testosterone puts more testosterone than estrogen. You know what I'm saying? They're leveling out the levels, you know what I'm saying, of the hormones. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but I don't know. Anyway, when you allow your child to play how they want to play and let them play when you allow your child to play and you not judge them, that allows them to be themselves and just sit back and observe. Just, okay, I'm not gonna say that because that'll be judging him and he'll feel like he can't do anything in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to think of stuff like that. You have to let your child do certain things and watch your child to see who they are. You can't tell them who they are, and like I said, at a younger age, they don't know who they are. They know what they see. You feel me? So even though I was around 19, 20, looking at this stuff, and when I took the time to make sure my parents and everybody now accept me. They don't understand everything completely, but they allow me to be myself no matter what, and they still love me, and I'm so grateful to have parents like that. But I made that decision later on. Even though I was 20, I could still make that decision, but I wanted to do that for me to make sure that was what I wanted to do. So at a later age, 25, I made the decision to alter my body. You feel me? That's not on my parents. They let me be myself, and I came out with my own outcome at a later age. Now, a lot of people will ask, oh, do you wish that you were born to do? And no, I don't. And that may not make sense to y'all, but at the same time, like, I'm grateful for the experiences that I've had as a woman. And I will never say, oh, I was never a woman. Come on, y'all see the scars. You feel me? I can't say that I don't appreciate everything that I did have as a woman. But I don't feel like that's who I was. So what I did was I somewhat isolated myself. I was always kind of isolated and stuff like that. I'm out there, but I'm isolated. But I isolated myself to make sure that nobody could tell me, oh, you're not supposed to do this, or you can't feel it, or you can't go through with this. I made sure that me, myself, and I made that decision alone. And I told one person, and she kept it a secret from my family for all them years. And I appreciate that, because she also, she knew. I might put her on here one day. She my cousin and whatnot, but I don't know if she want to get on the camera. But she'll tell you since day one when I told her, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. She said, okay. I said, don't tell nobody. Like, I wanna make sure that, like, I'm going through with this. I don't want nobody judging me on nothing. My household was not grown up with it. My grandma didn't like the fact that my auntie was lesbian. Hated it. But she accepts me now. She calls me Ky'Vazzi. Well, Kai. You know what I'm saying? She says he. And it's crazy to me because how strong she didn't believe in that. But I've always been myself. I've never acted like I was anybody else. I was never feminine back then. I tried it, but that was just with some tight pants and a tight shirt, and still I was just like, you feel me? So when you get to a later age, you're able to say, hey, look, this is what I want to go through with. And a lot of people say, oh, catch it before it starts. Catch the beard before it starts growing in. Catch this before. Sometimes it's not always about that. You get shaved. There's laser hair removal at the end of the day. But when you do something that's irreversible, and you say, oh, my skin is too soft now, or I can't get rid of this female weight or whatever because you started these blockers very soon. I don't know how else to, put this out there. Like, you have to have time put behind your decision on transitioning. And when you're a child, you're just now getting to know yourself. I'm not saying you have to go through a certain experience to want to have to do something, but you have to have some experience or some type of desire to educate yourself first. And yes, the parent can educate themselves all they want, but for that child to not be able to completely understand and comprehend what can go on behind the scenes of transitioning, you feel me? The risks with our organs. Did y'all research? No. You can take 10 years off your child's life and don't even read about that. You feel me? There's a lot of things that go behind it. Some may not even be able to handle or cope with the mental changes. Mental changes is different. Like different. I'm not gonna only imagine a child going through what I'm going through what other people want to talk about. You feel me? So that's why I feel like trans, if you feel like you're trans at a young age, give it some time. Still, give it some time. It may not be you, but if it is, you took the time. Research, do your body work out if you're trying to become a trans man and get a certain type of way. Do what you need to do first. You feel me? Make sure you're mentally prepared, because the society out here is not finna be on some, oh, you just started, let me be easy on. No. Society's just gonna hit just as hard as us adults. And not only that, when you're in school is a playground for bullies. You feel me? And not everybody accepts trans. So you have to understand, whenever you're letting them go through that during school, know what you're sending them off to. Check the internet. Just go on the internet and go on the trans person stuff and see how people talk to them. That's how your child is gonna be talked to. I'm letting you know, and this is not to be on some negative stuff. This is to really like open your eyes to see, like, yes, your child is gonna go through that. So your child has to be mentally prepared for that. Your child is gonna have to see out there what people are saying. Because if they're not emotionally able to take any of this, you might lose a child. And I'm being 100 with you. There's been times, and I'm not saying this because of my transition, there's a lot of things going on in my life. But the emotional side, when I'm not on my testosterone and my levels are not balanced, it get a little shaky. You feel what I'm saying? So I say that to say, man, these kids, they don't have the emotional and mental capacity for that right now. Like, people are still trying to figure out their levels. Like mine fluctuates. They've had me on 1 ml every other week, then they change it to 0.5 every week, and then they change it to 0.75 every other. Like, they've changed it, trying to figure out my levels with how much they're giving me. You feel me? So things are gonna be up and down, rocky, you know what I'm saying, roller coaster. But think about your child going through that. You feel me? Aggression does come with the testosterone. I don't know why my kid is over here slamming doors. I don't know why my kid over here. Da-da-da-da. Oh. You didn't do the research. Oh yeah, the testosterone. Like, come on, man. Damn, do your research. Shit. I know me. I get irritated quicker than usual, and I don't like it. But that's something that comes with it. There's a lot of things that come with it, and I put it on my other videos just for y'all to go watch and see. You feel me? Like, yeah, I did it in a way where I just got in and I was like, oh yeah, I want to list everything. I want to tell y'all everything. So that's how I put it out there. It wasn't on some talking like this. I was reading off a page and was like, okay, so my mental changes. Okay, so mental changes, I was going through, like, that's how I started my YouTube channel, to be honest. I was not like this all the time. So when y'all go back and y'all watch the videos, I'm gonna literally like break down everything, the mental changes, physical changes, all of these things. And then you can go watch other trans men or other trans women on YouTube and see theirs as well, because yours might not be like mine. So Nobody's is the same, but I'm just saying, just know what you're gonna get yourself into. There's different changes that you have to know that you're gonna get yourself into. All right. So, with all this being said, please let your child be them. Let them be them. If you don't want them exposed to, transgender, keep them off the internet, because we everywhere. Keep them from out in public, because we everywhere. Now, have that talk. I'm not saying, oh, I'm gonna ignore whenever my kid says they feel like they're a boy. Don't ignore that. Don't ignore it. Start accepting it. If you feel like, okay, when you get out of high school, you can do whatever you want. You're now out in the world. That is their responsibility now, not yours as a parent. Your job as a parent is to love your child no matter what. Because what if your child ends up transitioning and they end up like, wait, no, that's not what I want, and your child comes back and was like, look, I went through something, you still gonna love that child, right? Right? Or no, because that's the decision they made and not what you made. Because there's a lot of y'all parents out there that just really wanted a son and start them off young. Let's not talk about that part. That's probably for a whole nother video. But there's a lot of things that string along in this whole entire discussion right here. But my next video is gonna spin off of this one, but I'm gonna have a trans woman and a trans man, and we're gonna sit here and talk about, probably just a trans woman, because I don't know too many trans men out here, but we're gonna talk about this. And even if I have to go on live, you know what, I'll have a couple trans people on there, and I'm going to ask them how it felt at whatever age they started. How did it feel to start that? And deep inside, you have to be open to talk to me about this on my channel. Deep inside, do you feel like you should have waited in any type of way? Let the comments know. All right? Parents, if you got a child that's ever told you, hey, I don't feel like a girl, or hey, I don't feel like a boy, you know what I'm saying? Put that in the comments. I mean, y'all can talk to me. This is a very open channel. I'm very transparent. I am just a little bit all over the place with this whole discussion because I do have to go to work. But, a couple people have been asking me. My brother asked me so he can put it in his book. So I just really wanted to just put this out there and just, you know what I'm saying, put my 2 cents. Even if y'all didn't ask for it, that's why you on my channel, is to get it. All right? So, like I said, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I'm not the trans that's always on board with everything the other trans are saying. There are things that I will defend, but those are for the later videos, okay? Comment below what else y'all want me to talk about, because I got plenty of discussions. I just want y'all to let me know what y'all got from this video, okay? You can hit me up. My Instagram is right here. Y'all follow me there. My Facebook is right here. Follow me there, okay? I need everybody to just remember to be yourselves. Take time. You have to take time. Don't rush nothing. We have life, okay? And we only get one. So make sure you do everything right. Make sure you make a decision for yourself. Don't make no decisions for nobody else. You let them make them for themselves. Let them take their journey. It's not your journey anymore. It's their journey. Okay? You're just there to guide. You're the parent, you guide. If it's your brother, your sister, you help guide them. Okay, let's go get you some boy clothes. Let them be them. Let them make the decision that, oh wait, no, I don't think that's for me. Oh wait, I did that for 3 days and that is not for me. You feel me? Like I said, let them make that decision at a later age. All right? There's gonna be a spin-off video on this, so y'all just stay tuned, okay? Hit that bell button, that way you know when the next video come up, all right? And I'm not quite sure. I just been really busy, so I might not have a person on the next video, but I am gonna have one on this topic, okay? So I'll holla at y'all later. Peace.
Yo, it's Ky'Vazzi, what you know about me? I see you steady lurking, why don't you come see? You looking for my 4, I've never been by me. Since you looking so hard, why don't you try me?